Hey, I have gathered you here today to discuss my favourite topic of all, myself. Yeah, if anyone's favourite thing in the world isn't themselves, then you're doing life wrong. But I have gathered up my 10 favourite things possessions-wise, because there's no wrong with being a little bit materialistic every now and then, and I would like to share them with you so you get to know a little bit more about me, see if we've got anything in common. If you have any of these things, let me know, and then we can discuss how wonderful these things are and that kind of thing. So I will start with a little bit of makeup. I only started getting into makeup, I'm gonna say, at most 2 years ago. When I started uni, I did not have eyebrows. I needed my best friend Rosie to teach me how to eyebrows, and then contour became a thing, and I had no idea. Had to get her to teach me that. Didn't know highlight was a thing. Didn't know eyeshadow blending was a thing. I didn't know anything. Now I do, ish, and I love makeup. I do see it as some kind of art form, and I am a very artistic, creative person. So I would like to present my first ever eyeshadow palette. This is the Venus palette by Lime Crime. I do own Venus 1 and 2. 2 is the grunge palette and I love it, but this is the one that I wear the most, and the shades Aura and Divine, which are these two right here, are my go-to every single day eyeshadow. I'm wearing Aura right now, but with navy blue from the Urban Decay Basquiat palette, which I got for my birthday, which is also amazing. But this is the #1 OG eyeshadow palette I ever had, and still my absolute favourite. And again, the other piece of makeup I had to talk about is also from Lime Crime. And no, it is not one of the Velveteens. As much as I love their liquid matte Velveteen lipsticks, I have an entire lipstick case full. I also love the Pearlies, and isn't the packaging just the cutest thing? And this is in shade Penny, and of course it is orange. I am convinced this is the exact lipstick colour that made me dye my hair. I think buying this lipstick made me want to be ginger. It's a bit mucky, but it's just the sweetest thing. I do have 3 of the Pearlies, and I've got to say, I love the colours and the formula's great, but they do smudge a little bit. But you know, I think it's just because I'm used to wearing liquid matte Velveteen ones that literally don't shift at all. So those are like my if my house was on fire and I could only save 2 makeup items. And now we move on to the if my house was on fire and I could only save 3 pieces of jewellery. These are the 3 pieces of jewellery that I would save. And #1 is this ring right here that my friend Ashley bought me a number of birthdays ago. I cannot tell you how many birthdays ago it was because we have been friends for a very long time. But it's a moonstone with 2 crescent moons on each side, so it's kind of like the moon goddess symbol with the full moon in the middle and 2 crescent moons on either side, and a patterned band, blank bit back, and it's just the same all the way through. I have worn this ring on this finger every single day of my life since she bought me it, and you know, you have that moment where someone buys you a present and it's like, you know me, you actually, like, you can see into my soul. This is like, if I could create a piece of jewellery for myself, it would be this. And I just think it's perfect. And I love her. I think that was one of the moments where I was like, fucking hell, you're like my person. And I love her and she's great. And this ring is like my favourite thing in the world, hence wearing it every day. And the other 2 pieces of jewellery are also rather sentimental as well as being pretty. And the next one is a bracelet that Stephen bought me in my first year of university, so the first year we were together when I first moved away. And what makes it even extra special, there's 3 compartments to this that make it really special. So here, and though she be but little, she is fierce. So everybody should know that quote. It's a Shakespeare quote. When I first moved away for university, first time being away from my family, my mum and dad hid a card in my bedroom that had that quote written on the front of it, and I've just kind of carried that with me ever since, because I am quite a small person, but there is, you know, fierceness within. So those are the two like main bits, the inscription on it and the fact that it's from Stephen, my boyfriend of over 3 years at this point. And the third special thing about it is that it was from my friend's sister's shop called The Little Homebird. I will leave a link in the description below because her jewellery is just beautiful. So it just meant all the more to me that it was from an independent business, it was from someone I knew, and all of that kind. It was just a really, really, really special moment for me. And it's... And I can't wear bracelets because I have the stupidest skinny wrists in the whole wide world. But because this is like a bangle, it fits. So, happy days. And I love it so much. I get so emotional. And the last bit of jewellery I'm going to talk about is a necklace that my brother bought me for my 21st birthday. Or my 22nd. There was a shop in Hull called Kathmandu. It's where I get all of my piercings done. It's one of my favourite shops in the world. It just sells the most amazing stuff, and specifically the most amazing jewellery. And my brother bought me this. Isn't that just the most beautiful turquoise you've ever seen? And because my birthday is in December, just spin around, that's fine. Because my birthday is in December, turquoise is my birthstone. And my brother chose this himself and gave it to me for my birthday. I just love it so much. The stone is beautiful, the pendant it's cast in is beautiful, the length of the chain is perfect. It's from Kathmandu, which is one of my favourite shops, and he was just so thoughtful with it, and it meant the world to me. And since then he's made a habit of buying me turquoise things from Kathmandu for my birthday, which I love, and I hope that tradition lasts forever. Speaking of Kathmandu, my favourite smell in the entire world is this incense. Wood spice. It honestly, it's just the most like, it's like a sexy man smell, but like a mysterious sexy witch man. I can't even explain it. Smells are the hardest thing to describe, but basically the name says everything. Wood spice. It's a woody, spicy, sexy witch man smell, and I can only ever find this in one particular shop, which is Kathmandu, and even then they barely ever have it in stock. So when I buy it, I buy a lot of it and I make it last a very long time, and there are only 2 sticks of incense left, so they will be getting burned on special occasions. Okay, so talk about uni. Everything's just like connecting. This is flowing nicely. In April or March, some point early 2017, I had the opportunity to travel to New York with my uni course, and I never in my life thought I would ever get to go to America, and I never thought my anxiety would let me go to America, but I did it and I'm so proud of myself. And of course I needed to buy something to commemorate that occasion. And I'd like to say, I have a lot of plushies and stuffed animals and teddy bears for a 23-year-old girl who lives in her own flat, like a lot. And it was so difficult choosing my favourite one, because I have another 2 that I tied first, but I thought, you know, this one has a proper little story behind it. So I'd like to introduce you to Liberty Minnie. Isn't she just the cutest? So I got her from the Disney store in Times Square. Is it called Times Square? The one with all the big lights and shit? I don't know. I'm pretty sure it is. And it was the coolest Disney store I've ever been in. All the staff were dressed amazingly. The stock was insane. Like the music, everyone was singing. And everyone was happy, and it was just amazing, and it was so hard to choose things, but I bought her, and I bought her on like the first night just in case I ran out of money, because I really wanted her. And here she is, my little angel. Oh, Yeah, it says Disney Store New York right there. So cute. And she lives next to my bed with me. I don't want to like cuddle her in the night and squish her and make her all misshapen, but this is my Minnie. She is from New York. She went all the way from New York back here with me, and it's kind of a like I know Lady Liberty, New York patriotism, wah wah wah, but that's not what it means for me. For me, it means I was independent and terrified, but I did it anyway for a whole week in another country with like no safety blanket of parent or Stephen or anything like that, and I did it and I'm proud of myself. So this is what she stands for, and that is why I love her. I think I'm gonna go with my favourite movie of all time. This is Sabrina Wallflower, and this is the best movie in the world ever, and if you have not seen it, go and watch it. If you've not read it, go and read it, because both are incredible in their own way, and like they tell the same story and it's about the same thing, but I mean like they just give you completely different experiences of that story, so it's totally worth reading it and then watching the movie as well, or in the other order, or if you prefer movies to books, watch the movie. If you prefer books to movies, then read the book. You know, it's up to you. Same story, fucking amazing. Look, Emma Watson, angel. Logan Lerman, also an angel. And Ezra Miller, the love of my life and the angel-ist of all angels. Best soundtrack ever. I went to see it in the cinema like 5 times. Me and my mum did together because we both loved it so much. We both cried every single time. It's just perfect. It's just perfect. It's just absorb that story in any way you can. Read the screenplay, read the book, watch the movie, watch YouTube videos of it, listen to the soundtrack, I don't care. Just absorb this in any way possible because it's amazing. And I cannot, I just love it too much, okay? So, my penultimate favourite thing is a piece of artwork, and I do collect art, I do collect photo frames, like, big time. There are a lot in this room, and it's quite, like, you can just see, like, that's not all of them. There's 3, 6, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 21, 22. There's 23 just on that side of the room behind the camera, and then there's that many behind me over there, and then there are definitely a lot more in my parents' house. So let's not speak about that right now. This is one of the only pieces of artwork that I own that is not yet framed because I need to source the perfect frame. And if you watch my vlogs or videos or anything like that, you'll have seen this before. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll have seen this before. It's the Coraline drawing that my amazing friend Ellis gave to me, and I know she didn't like it very much, but just look at her. She's just so perfect. Basically, I had seen Ellis do a live painting of that on YouTube. She posted a YouTube video of her, like a time lapse of her creating it, and I was like, oh my god, let me buy that off you. And I swear, like, I went onto a shop because she owns an art store called Pastel Elixir, and it's amazing. I'll also leave that link down below because and her Instagram and everything, because she's the sweetest, nicest person, and she's so supportive and so like, you just love someone and you just want to shake them and be like, I love you so much, please be my friend in real life. But she lives really far away and it's stressful, but still, she watches my vlogs and she saw that I was really suffering and going through a really shitey time, and she sent this to me in the post. She had my address already because I'd bought something from her store before, but just I never noticed what it says on the back until right now. Can you see that? Oh, Ellis. I never saw the back until right now. Okay, I love it even more now. It says to Meg surprise, love E Willie, 20th of October 2017. Oh, I'm gonna cry. Coraline is also like my favourite movie, but I'm one of those people that has favourites. I love everything so much, I have so many favourites, so like this video was so hard to prepare for because I have about 6 favourite books, I have 20 favourite movies, I've got 3 favourite eyeshadow palettes, I've got 3 favourite teddies, I've got 10 favourite smells, I've got loads of jewellery that I love, but like, and a ridiculous collection of art that I absolutely adore. Note for another video, I'll probably do an art collection video or a frame collection video, but you know, having something that I loved so much and that someone else thought of me and wanted to cheer me up and give me that thing that they'd created is just, it's the weirdest feeling. It's like, I don't feel unworthy or anything like that, it's just a really, really nice feeling to have that somebody cares about you enough to surprise you or cheer you up in that kind of way. And especially when it's someone like Ellis, like we've only known each other a year at a push, and by that I mean we talk on Twitter all the time, we watch each other's YouTube videos, we read each other's blogs, we're very, I would 100% call us friends, because you don't do something like this if you're not somebody's friend. Like, I would 100% definitely call her my friend, and I cannot stop waffling about her because she sent me a message yesterday after I uploaded my vlog, and she was like, your body confidence is inspiring, and I just got so emotional, and not the time or place right now. Ellis, I love you so much, and I love that drawing so much, and everyone go fund Ellis's Kickstarter, please back her, because I want her dreams to come true. I will also leave that link down below. There's going to be about 20 Ellis links. Right, okay, now I need to shut up waffling about Ellis. My last favourite thing in the whole wide world ever is a book, and I hate it when people say this, but if you know me at all in any way, you will know that Alice in Wonderland is my favourite book ever. I'm just gonna have a weird moment of putting my foot next to my head. That is like the least flattering thing in the world. See? I love her, and there's Absalom there. And I've got a bread and butterfly here. But yeah, I haven't painted my toenails. Sorry about that. But yeah, if Alice in Wonderland, my favourite thing in the entire world, and I love art. So, and I love surrealist art and just surrealism in general. Surrealist photography is another whole other thing. I need to stop fucking waffling. Look at this. This is Alice in Wonderland illustrated by Salvador Dali. I didn't know Salvador Dali had done Alice in Wonderland illustrations. I'm going to sound very cultured now, by the way, and a bit like a wanker, but until I went to Bruges and went into a Dali gallery and I saw loads of Alice in Wonderland illustrations that he's done. I sound like such a wanker, but I just fawned over them. And his elephant, you know, the elephant with the really, really long legs, that's one of my favourite pieces of art in the world ever. And the fact that I have this, I got this for my 20-something birthday. I guess to this point, I'm only 23, I literally have no idea. But it's just amazing. Here's one of my favourites. This is one of the ones that I saw in Bruges in the gallery. There's Absalom, little cutie pie, on his mushroom. And then there's this one from when Alice is inside the house and then she grows about 50 times bigger than she was, because there's her arm. Yeah, her arm coming out of the house. But yeah, I am pretty sure there is an illustration for every chapter, and there's definitely over 20 chapters. I just think this is something I'll treasure for the rest of my life. It'll be something I pass down to my kids, and hopefully they'll pass down to their kids, and so on and so on. It'll become like a family heirloom, because for I do have another like tied favourite Alice in Wonderland book, but I keep that at my parents' house for safekeeping. It's a like fucking ancient edition of Alice in Wonderland that my nana gave me on my 21st birthday. I made me fucking cry like a little baby. But that was a book that her mum had, maybe even her grandmum, so like my great-grandma, my great-great-grandma. And I used to press flowers in it when I was between 4 and 6 years old. And when she gave me the book, it had all of the pressed flowers still inside it from when I was younger, and well, a lot younger, and it was just incredible because everyone knows that everyone's grandparents love them unconditionally and they're their favourite things in the world, and it's just like, she kept that for me for like 15 years, and I find that insane. But yeah, these are things that make me feel loved, pretty, happy, proud of myself. I don't know. Things that make me feel things. These are my 10 things that I own that make me feel the most feels. If that makes any sense at all. But yeah, I hope you learned a little something about me and maybe found that we have something in common, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Feel free to subscribe, I'd appreciate that. Only subscribe if you're interested in my content, because if you're not, that's a waste of your time. I don't want you to be wasting your time. Let me know if you have anything in common. Let's have a chat. Have you done any videos similar? Leave me a link. But yeah, all links I discussed will be down below, along with my Instagram, Twitter and my blog. So go ahead and check them out if you fancy. If not, then just leave and don't be rude. Don't be rude if you want to, I don't really care. Yeah. Have a nice whatever day it is that you're watching this on. And drink a glass of water, appreciate something, smile at somebody, and wash your hands. Bye! Aww.